Hey, this ain't a drill. Only time I'm playing is on the field. And when I'm on the field, no, I got mad skills. And you know we bout to eat this a fast meal. Y'all gotta pay for this heat like a gas bill. We keep on coming back, so yeah, they mad still. Everyone sick, make them pay me some bad bills. Red, white, and blue like Superman, so you know we eating at the Super Bowl. Kill the competition, set up the funeral. Josh Allen catching all the shots you go for. We callin' blitz. Ready to start, we ain't calling no quits. I'm the #1 draft pick. A lot of y'all talk, but I ain't hearing it. Only listen to Keyshawn and hit talk about the Bills dominating on the field. All our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill when we talk about the Bills. Dominating on the field, and our players got them skills. Buffalo gon' make a kill.
What's going on? Welcome back to another live episode of the Post Podium Podcast, home of the all truth, no sodium takes. I am your co-host Aramis,
and once again, it's 40 Keys. What's happening, y'all?
All right, we are back for another episode here, and we are. I don't know why I didn't hit those lights.
It's all right. When you turn it off, it got real dark. I'm scared. I need a night light.
Obviously, we're trying to scramble to make sure we're getting here closer to the on.
Yeah, because we'll be calling us
time.
out. Billy D be calling us out. Nate definitely be calling us out. Or Mafia Sports Report that he be calling us out too. Yeah. And Kev just don't care. He just wants Stefon Diggs back. So,
let's just start with the news of the day, and really the news of the last 2 days. The Buffalo Bills traded for a wide receiver by the name of DJ Moore, I think it is.
Before we do that, because I know it's going to get juicy.
Okay.
I just want to pay my tribute, pay my respects.
Uh-oh.
My childhood, no disrespect, my friend, I met him when I was 24, so no disrespect. My childhood best friend, I was conflicted because his father passed last week, and his weight was today. So do me a favor.
Not my father.
Not your dad.
Right.
My childhood when I was like 5 to with college age or something like that. We didn't fall out. We just moved apart. We didn't grow apart. We moved apart. So, if you know DJ Snake, I knew him as Mr. Liggins. If you know him, just know, pay your respects. Just check on the family. But other than that, I want you guys to know that I am here with you, and not only you, but I'm here with you regardless. So. Without further ado, we got DJ Moore.
So the Bills traded for DJ Moore.
Mm-hmm.
And
real quick also.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
We lost the real one. Another dedication. Bernard Lafayette passed away.
Who's Bernard Lafayette? I'm sorry.
He was very close with MLK. He helped a lot with the Selma voter rights organizing and all
when
that stuff.
When he passed today?
He passed yesterday, I believe.
Oh, man, I ain't hear about that one. Okay. Yeah, I knew the name, but I'm like, wait a minute. Bernard, I don't want to be like Callus, like, was that a Saber? Uh-oh. But,
I know.
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Okay.
Dan is so tapped in. It's incredible. Big ups to, I'm sorry, what was his name again?
Bernard Lafayette.
Bernard Lafayette. Big ups. Thank you for everything that you did to help the man out, and rest in peace.
Yep.
Man.
DJ Moore.
Yeah. I feel like we could do these like obituaries every single episode.
I just I'm to bring her bad news. I tell you that because what was about 4 shows ago, my uncle. And now this, and now that, and So stay tuned, folks. I don't know,
All right. So with the DJ Moore trade, the Bills now have they're $23 million in the hole, and that's with all the cuts that they just did today. Dane Jackson, Taylor Rapp, Curtis Samuel, and Taron Johnson were the most recent victims of the salary cap. Your thoughts initially. Let's just start with DJ Moore. We haven't had a reaction to it since the news came out. How far down did your gut fall when you heard the news about DJ Moore?
Okay, twofold. You're gonna hate me for this. I forgot. Rest in peace, Lou Holtz as well.
Okay.
Notre Dame, probably greatest outside of Newt Rockne, I guess. Greatest head coach in Notre Dame history. Anyway, DJ Moore. When they signed him, it was tough, man. Like there's a lot of good and bad to this because I separated this, and I'll give you guys a negative Nancy first. I'll give you the negative Nancy first because I don't want this to turn into that. But when we signed him, I said, okay, immediately, we're 8 in the hole. What is he going to do for this? Wow, we're 31 in a hole. Oh, man. You know, and then I said, okay, they can do something with his contract. You know, they can massage this however they want. They make releases and cuts to make this fit so they can get him on the team. And then they can massage his contract in order to make it more palatable to us. But I said to myself, I said, okay, what do I know about DJ Moore? I said, DJ Moore in Carolina, Carolina. I'm scared. But I said DJ Moore in Carolina was a breath of fresh air because you're talking about he came on the heels of, what was it, Kelvin Benjamin. He came on the heels of Devin Funches. He came on the heels of a couple of guys that were just guys. And he was a revolutionary. He was a name that like flipped the wide receiver in Carolina on his head. And I said, okay, Carolina, here we go again. Then I said, wait a minute. He went to Chicago. Sweet. Okay, it's not a Carolina guy. Wait a minute. Last year, we traded with Chicago twice to get TJ Sanders and Deion Walker. So we have a Chicago pipeline now. Oh, no. Okay. I said, okay, all right. I said, I'm not going to do this. I got to figure this out. Where can I get some good out of this here?
Okay.
I said, all right, DJ Moore. DJ Moore, I remember highlights upon highlights of DJ Moore snatching the ball out of thin air, snatching the ball from defenders, snatching the ball in wide open spaces because he's a separator. Then I said, you know what? Let me do some more research. I said, all right, where's DJ Moore fit in separation? DJ Moore last year had a bad season. Why? Because DJ Moore is a guy that wants the ball. DJ Moore is a guy that is not going to subscribe to everybody eats. DJ Moore is a guy that only had 15% of his routes end up in targets. 15%. And last year we knew he had a thing with Caleb Williams, that he was tired of it. He was over not getting the ball when he was open. Everybody eats. It's not working because Roma Dunze, Luther Burden, Colton Loveland, the tight end, they're all starting to eat. You know, Cole Kmet they were doing this thing where everybody is getting the balls evenly distributed. That sounds familiar. I remember a wide receiver in DJ Moore taking plays off. I remember a wide receiver in DJ Moore that they were crucifying a guy for speaking out against the quarterback, speaking out against the offense, speaking out against the fact he's not getting the ball. We've seen this before. What do we do? But now we have DJ Moore, and DJ Moore is with Josh Allen, but Josh Allen throws the ball to whoever is open. So is DJ Moore going to be open? They say DJ Moore is going to create so Khalil Shakir doesn't have to do what he did before. But, Josh Allen's familiar with Khalil Shakir. Josh Allen and Khalil Shakir are not 14 plus 17 equals 6, but it's a hell of a safety net for Josh Allen. So when I first saw the news of DJ Moore, I said DJ Moore is going to fit in Buffalo. Why? Because he's not a number one receiver. He's not 30 years old yet, but he's close. He's 29 in, I think, 2 weeks. Mm-hmm. And I said, okay, DJ Moore is going to be to this offense what we need. He's not Stefon Diggs. Stefon Diggs was a one receiver in Minnesota. He just had Thielen with him, so it wasn't the same.
Right.
But I know that DJ Moore. I don't know how he feels about Joe Brady, but I know he was with Joe Brady in Carolina. I know he's with Brandon Beane in Carolina, and now he's in Buffalo. DJ Moore and Curtis Samuel had a brotherhood. You remember when they traded DJ Moore? They both did the phantom handshake that they shared every game before. And now they're like, a reunion. No, it's not. DJ Moore in, Curtis Samuel out.
Yep.
So, not saying that Curtis Samuel made DJ Moore, but I don't know how DJ Moore feels about Buffalo. I don't know how he feels about moving again at his age. I know he's looking at the prospect of a winning team. He's looking at the prospect of a seated quarterback that has excelled, has showed that he has the ability to do things. But I'm just sitting here thinking I'm waiting for training camp, OTAs, all that stuff to see how DJ Moore assimilates into our situation.
Okay.
We got a super chat.
Yes.
We see it.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
So let's get to that first. Boo!
Bada bing. You know what? I think we need to do that, though. I like that. Dan, make sure you tell us because I'm like, I don't see it. Where is it? Who was it? But
No,
yeah,
I peeped it. So Vu says, I have no idea. Yeah, it won't. Oh, there it is. All right, says, I have no idea how y'all became my favorite show, but y'all did it. Who we on today? Keys, Aaron, Smitty. Thank you for that, bro. Appreciate that.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I think this is gonna be a good show. I think it's gonna be a good show, but we're glad you're here. Honestly, you know that already.
Yeah. Look, Laura's loving it. Come to the dark side.
One of us. One of us.
Right.
One of us.
All right. I want to be clear. DJ Moore can help this team. I'm going to say it again. DJ Moore can help this team. But when you look at the value of DJ Moore as a player right now, at 29 years of age, and this man he's been in the NFL
9 years.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seasons.
Yeah.
And out of those 8 seasons, he's only gone over 1,000 yards 4 times, and 3 of those was with Carolina.
Mm-hmm.
This man got a better quarterback and went down in production every single season since his first year in Chicago. His production has decreased every single year. His success percentage went down. I mean, his success rate in his best year is up there with, a lot of these other guys, success rate in his best year. You look at Jackson Smith and Jigba's success rate last year. Let's see, 1,793 yards on 119 catches. His success rate was 61.3. DJ Moore in 2023 had 1,364 yards on 96 catches. Success rate of 59.6. So when he's on, it's up there. However, the other season that he had, I want to make sure I'm getting this right here. So this was, so the other time that he had a success rate that high was in 2019 when he had 58.5%. You know who the number 1 receiver was in Carolina at that point?
What year was this? 16?
2018. Or 2019, I'm sorry.
Who was it? Curtis Samuel?
Robbie Anderson.
Oh, yeah, Robbie Chosen. Yes.
Robbie Anderson was their number 1 receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So the point I'm working towards right now is this is a player who realistically, when not relied upon in Carolina to be the number 1 receiver because there was other talent around him that created space, he could put up 1,000 yards 3 seasons in a row.
Yeah.
Right? When he's all Chicago had in 2023, they were throwing bubble screens. They were throwing everything his way. He was the only guy they had in Chicago at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. You want to know how serious it gets? In 2021, he was with Carolina. He had 163 targets. He caught 93 of them. In 2023, he had 136 targets, caught 96 of them. That was his first year in Chicago. All right. Now, his touchdown production in Carolina, 4 touchdowns pretty much every season, except for his last season. He got 7, but he had under 1,000 yards receiving. His last 2 seasons in Chicago, 6 touchdowns. That 1,300-yard season, 8 touchdowns. This man is not productive when he's expected to be the number 1 receiver. That's my main point in all this, right? DJ Moore is a good receiver. He can help this team. I've seen people get upset at the criticism over this move because, oh, you guys finally, get a receiver in there who's a number one receiver and you're complaining about the compensation, or you're complaining that this wasn't the player you wanted. This is the same person that tells everybody to just relax. It's just the offseason and we got a wide receiver. What are you crying for? Like, this is the person that wants us to just shut up and let's see what happens. Those are the people that are like relishing this move right now. Oh, Brandon Beane's doing this. He's doing it. So
I got something funny to tell you.
Sure, go ahead.
The will see it happen. So I made a poll about 10 minutes ago.
Okay.
It says, what do you think of the DJ Moore trade? And my answers were, yes, smart, we'll see. There it is.
God.
And no. Guess who is leading comfortably?
Let's see.
Yep.
Oh, God. Bro, what?
How many votes on that?
Okay, it is at 22 votes. We got 27% at very excited. Yes. 14% think it's smart. 41% say we'll see. And 17% are not happy.
Vu says. Vu.
I just read it.
So basically, yes. Yes. I mean, in a nutshell, I mean, DJ Moore is.
We'll see is going up.
Oh my God! They're doing this on purpose now. They're doing this on purpose just to spite me.
I mean, before we go further, let's delve into what DJ Moore actually is.
Sure.
What does he do as a wide receiver? He's a spread-based guy, timing-driven passing offenses is what he thrives in, horizontally and vertically. Now, the timing-driven thing is what bothers me, because Josh Allen is not timing-driven. He is the complete opposite of timing-driven. So, in essence, if DJ Moore succeeds, that means Dalton Kincaid is going to go through the freaking roof. He's going to be an all-pro this year.
Yes. Because
Dalton Kincaid is a timing-based route. And that's why I said it a while ago, and I was serious, but it sounded funny. I said him with Tua would have been ridiculous, because Dalton Kincaid is just learning how to play tight end. He has the ability, he has a natural acumen to do it, but he didn't have the mental wherewithal to play aloof, if you will, in a just a helter-skelter offense. But DJ Moore is also, let's see, what do I have? His best routes are West Coast variants. So you're talking about slants, you're talking about daggers, drives, sails, deep post variants. Play action heavy offenses. What does Josh Allen not like doing so much? Play action, because he doesn't like to turn his back to the defense. So I looked up and I saw, okay, so why does DJ Moore fit in Joe Brady's offense? Why did he do it there? DJ Moore ran in an Eric Coryell offense, what Joe Brady did, but Josh Allen, and I said in Discord, Josh Allen is not Eric Coryell. He is Earnhardt Perkins, because he's cerebral. He's smart. He likes different options based on what he's seeing in defense. Eric Coryell would have been a modern-day Stevie Johnson best friend, because you see it, I see it. Mm-hmm. That's the thing, like, where me and you have synergy. So it's like, mm-hmm. And I'm ready to go. I ain't got to say nothing to you. You know what it is.
No doubt.
And what Keon Coleman says, when he studies the defense, when he stays off, Earnhardt Perkins will work for him if he is as smart as he thinks he is. I'm not saying he's not, but I'm just saying if he's as smart as he thinks he is, that's the offense for him, which we didn't run. Mm-hmm. But for DJ Moore, I'm sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, so what does he do? But you know what I did, because I wanted to impress you? I ran back and I said, okay, DJ Moore, everybody says is Joe Brady friend. He is a fit for the defense, and our offense, and he's going to make us better. And I said, okay, so he's under Joe Brady, though. Who have we brought in since Joe Brady has been the offensive coordinator, and what have they done? Mm-hmm. I said, okay, we got Stefon Diggs. We got Amari Cooper, Mecole Hardman, Joshua Palmer, Curtis Samuel, Deontay Hardy, Trent Sherfield, Chase Claypool, Elijah Moore, Brandon Cooks, Keon Coleman. This is a sample I have here. So the year before linking up with the Bills, this is in all situations here. So just keep in mind, these are guys that played whatever year it was before they came to the Buffalo Bills, and after they played with Joe Brady. Stefon Diggs, obviously you know the deal. 4-time 1,000-yard receiver. Joe Brady, he was fighting for his life, and ended up getting released. Amari Cooper, 72 catches for 1,250 yards before he came to Buffalo with 5 touchdowns. In Buffalo, 24 catches, 250 yards, 2 touchdowns. Mecole Hardman, 12 catches for 90 yards in Kansas City, nothing in Buffalo. Joshua Palmer, 39 catches for 584 yards in the Charger land, 22 catches for 303 yards last year with Buffalo. Curtis Samuel, 62 catches for 613 yards, 4 touchdowns in Washington. Come to Buffalo, 31 catches for 253 yards, 1 touchdown. Deontay Hardy, 15 catches, 207 yards, 2 touchdowns. 15 catches for 150 yards. So you get the same amount of catches, less yardage in Buffalo, and so on and so forth. Everybody I looked at that came to Buffalo while we had Joe Brady as our seated offensive coordinator, Stefon Diggs, the outlier, only because he was already here, went down in production with Joe Brady. Down. So the numbers you read out for DJ Moore, how do we expect to see him escalate and excel in a situation where we have seen nobody do it yet? So when somebody says, Keyshawn, you're negative, somebody says, PPP, you guys suck because all you do is see the negative and everything. No, I don't. I don't subscribe to being negative, 80. I subscribe to just show me the baby.
Right.
I'm not sitting here and you're not going to say, I told you so, because I'm not saying he's not going to do good. I'm just sitting here telling you I need proof before I tell you what I believe.
There's actually, let's get to the super chat before I get to my.
Man, I'm talking a lot today.
I love it. Less I got to do. No, I'm kidding. Jay Hammond here with the super chat. Appreciate that, bro. Says, what up, y'all? Please, all over the league and the mafia people are crucifying the move entirely. Can you guys give some optimism, please, for my mental?
I got some of that too.
Yeah. So, you want to give it to him real quick?
Let's see. Can I finish my bad first? J-Ham, can I promise.
Yeah, I think let's get that out the way first.
Let's get it out the way,
and then we'll hit the positive.
Because I told you, I got you.
No doubt.
Yes, it is.
It's coming. It's coming, bro. It's coming. Just wait. Just wait a second.
We lost pick 60 in the second round, so it may hasten us to reach for somebody in round 1. That's the one thing I'm worried about. There's not that. Let's just move up in the second round from 60 to whatever to get whoever's sitting there. We have nothing in the second round now. Smart thing would be to trade back to me, because like I said in previous shows, this could be kind of good, kind of bad, but it fulfills a need that we're reaching for it at 26 in the first round anyway, a wide receiver. So if you trade back from 26 in the second, you can pair that up with, something later on and maybe move back up into the second later on or into the third. Who knows? Could we have 2 7s, no 6? We have 2 5s. Yeah, 2 5s, no second. So we still can parlay that into some good draft picks, which is cool. So the contract we incur is as follows. We assume this trade with a $24 million dead cap. We assume this trade with a $8 million deficit in our salary cap as it was before we picked him up. Now, what you can do with DJ Moore is you can restructure his contract. I didn't have a heart attack here. You can restructure his contract to parlay his cap hit across the 3 to 4 years. He's still a 3-year, $72 million contract. So you're going to be paying a wide receiver a lot of money. But he's 28, going on 29. He'll be 32 at the end of this contract, or end of this ordeal if it becomes that. As long as he's not hurt, I don't think he's missed really any games for injury per se. So at least he's durable. So at the worst case scenario, you get yourself a number 2, and we'll see from there. But yeah, the contract, he's actually only going to count against the contract for I think about $7 million this year, something like that. So that's palatable. We can do that. It's not the $31 million in the hole I prognosticated yesterday in our Discord, but it's still $15 million against the cap before they released all the guys that we mentioned earlier in the show. Now to the positive, I think, unless you got some negative.
Nope.
Okay.
Not yet. What you got, Dan?
Before you guys get to the positive.
God dang. Okay.
Shame. Only 23 likes for these guys, and we got almost 80 people in here. Let's get that up.
I'm gonna make a shame button. It's gonna be it's gonna be from Family Guy when he was walking with the bell.
Shame. Okay.
Okay. So me and Tori are gonna end up being best friends at some point because he is like not a fan of our takes. Not saying that I'm taking it personally, but and he could be talking about somebody else, but we've heard this about us too.
He's talking about me.
Okay, maybe.
He
says, Couch GMs are funny. They know everything in Mama's basement.
My mama's basement is nice. I don't know what you're talking about.
I wanna be, and I kind of knew that this might be some of the back and forth that we face today. And again, I'm not assuming that Tori's coming at us specifically, but for anybody that tries, I want to give you this. Okay, I just went through DJ Moore's success rate in his best seasons. Okay. In DJ Moore's 2 best seasons, his success rate was 58.5 and 59.6. Okay? The years in between, 52.5, 47.9, 43.2. His last 2 seasons in Chicago, 47.1. Not great at all. Okay? The reason we criticize this move is because free agency hasn't even started yet. The draft hasn't even started yet.
Yep.
The legal tampering period hasn't even started yet. And the Bills have found themselves getting their number 1, according to everybody who's talking about this right now. And I'm sure that in some way, some shape, some form, Brandon Beane has got it in his mind. Okay, we got our number 1. Now let's try to add another weapon that makes sense, right? Cool. If that's Brandon Beane's mindset, in his mind, he's doing his job. But here's where the criticism comes from. What were the other options available at this point in time? Because last year he tried to trade for Jalen Waddle, and it's the end of the season now. Did he check to see if maybe the compensation might be different? Let me give you some numbers on Jalen Waddle. Jalen Waddle is not only a year and a half younger than DJ Moore. He is, how old is he? Let me scroll up. He is 27. He's 27. Okay? I'm going to give you his success rates since he's been in the league. 59.3 his first season, 54.7, 58.7, 54.2, and last year, 58 flat. The man is a separator. He is exactly what Stefon Diggs would have been coming here at 26, 27 years old. A guy that can get away from a defender in a crunch, that can go deep and win deep, that can get open at any point in time that we need him to get open. He can do it by himself. DJ Moore is not that guy. So when we're talking about the criticism of DJ Moore, it's not that DJ Moore can't help this team. It's that we didn't even try to exercise any other options at this point. And now we're going to go into free agency, and the rest of this weekend is going to be how many people are they going to cut to get rid of the $23 million that we're over by and free up more space to maybe get Romeo Doubs and have the luckiest occurrence of this entire iteration of the Buffalo Bills.
Yeah.
Like, that's what we're hoping for right now, because that's all we have. Yeah. There is no more Mike Evans. There is no more A.J. Brown. There is no more hope for a miraculous Justin Jefferson trade. Yeah. Cap-wise, that's out.
Yeah, and I think that's what people don't realize, because I was getting texts up the wazoo from you know who you are. What about Alec Pierce? He's going to be cheap. No, he's not. Like, don't you see what they're saying? He's going to get in the free market. It's not cheap. No, go ahead, go before you do it.
Yeah, no, you're not blocked, bro. We still see him here. Appreciate that.
Yeah, we see him. I don't know if it's because we're not reading them or what, but like I said, the last
I think there was an error. He just figured it out.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But we're like I said again, we're not ignoring anybody. It's just a different thing where we can't get we didn't figure out how to get the chat on the screen for you guys to see rolling while we're talking, and it looks the same for us on our end. I'm like, let me just do this while I'm talking. But I was thinking when I was driving home last night, like, Romeo Doubs. Would you rather have had him? Would you have rather had
all day long?
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. To me, DJ Moore is $72 million. I think I need to see what Doubs gets on the free market, because if it's less, Bean has some explaining. He has some explaining to do, as Ricky Ricardo would say. I'm not gonna sit here and crucify the guy, whoever it said that we're just negative all the time. I'm not gonna do that. I do have good. I wanted to get the bad out on purpose so we can get to the good. There is good, but no, I think to your point, the Max Crosby's that I said wasn't going to happen. Why do you think I said that? There was a reason for it. I know he's a good player. I never said he sucked. But the reason why I say these things is because I know how this cap thing works. I know getting this means you can't do that, and getting that means you can't do. When some people say, I can free up $200 million in a $300 million contract and not cut anybody, and we're good. How? And that's the thing that bothers me. So, when you're living in a realm of reality, there's a reason why Brandon Beane hasn't cleared up $50 million in cap space already. There's a reason why. Why? One thing is because he got burned last year. Remember what he did? Matter of fact, I am mad right now. Because who out of the four, who you named who got cut? I'll tell you when to stop. Who got cut today?
Dane Jackson. Taron Johnson.
Stop. What did we do last year? At the trade deadline specifically?
Nothing.
No, we did. We restructured Taron Johnson.
Oh, yeah, to make space.
What does that mean to you guys watching at home? That means that the money that we could have just been done with last year
is now still on the books.
It's now on the book this year and next year and maybe the year after that. I even looked at his contract when it didn't have to be.
I got it here, actually.
Okay. So when people say restructure, this is why I say I don't like restructuring. Because the guys that they void year, the guys that they restructure, the guys that they do things, you have their money in the books because it's palatable at the time, but it's not palatable when you want to make moves in the future. When you guys say, well, why can't we do this? Let me point you back to 2025. Let me point you back to 2022. Let me point you back to whenever they did whatever they did. The only contracts I restructure, to me, Josh Allen, anybody that's young with a big payroll that you're looking to keep around for 5 or so more years, because restructuring we can reevaluate that later. And what we can do is we can extend you because you're young enough and you're good enough that we're not going to put the team with the Joey Bosa, what I call a Joey Bosa contract, because this is what pisses me off. It was a $12 million contract for one season, but they couldn't afford it. So what did they do? They extended it over 3 years. So now Joey Bosa this year counts $7 million against the cap. He counts more against the cap this year than he did when he played for us.
Oh, you finna be mad.
I know.
All right, so this year he was set to make 11.4 million. They cut him, which creates $9.5 million in dead cap, saves us $1.9 million. Next season, he's got a cap number of 12 million. So his dead cap for next season is going to be 6.7, and then he's got a void year after that. That's going to count $4 million against the dead cap, and another void year after that that's going to count $1.2 million in 2029. This is your boy, man.
Don't worry about that. Just listen to Tommy. Every team restructures.
Yeah,
that's true. But not every team has to do it just to
get compliant,
right? Just to make one move. Like I'll put it like this: if you look at the Cowboy, and I want to get back to the conversation about trades, because somebody made a comment in here about Bills fans think we can just trade for anybody.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
When you look at what the Cowboys did, they franchise tagged George Pickens because they want to keep him, right? But they need a year to get the cap situation straight, because they traded for Quinn Williams. They traded away what's his name? The pass rusher.
Parsons.
Micah Parsons. They traded away Micah Parsons, so they got to get straight from that cap situation. But they restructured 3 of their best players.
Let's see what you said. That's my point. That's who you restructure.
Yes.
Your young guys you're going to keep in the fold for years to come.
Right.
I'm just saying, you know what? Push this money because we're going to pay him anyway.
Exactly.
We're going to pay him. We just can't pay you now.
He's so good, we can't imagine him not being a part of the franchise.
Right.
Of course we're going to restructure that guy.
Right. Because what you understand is restructures are almost like you controlling what do you call it? A franchise tag. Almost like you're controlling.
Yes.
Because I'm saying, okay, in 3 years, you're not on the team, but I pay you $7 million, $8 million, $12 million. But you're going to be here because I think you're good enough. You're going to be here for the next 10 years. So we're gonna push some money down line, and we're gonna use that to give you another contract later. So that's why I say Josh Allen. That's why I say Ed Oliver's, because Ed Oliver could be a build for a long time. That's why when people said trade him, I'm like, hold on, because he can fit. You just got to be creative. You got to ask Jim Leonard. But when everybody's saying Taron Johnson to the safety, Taron Johnson, what does he do? We got to get him on the field somehow because he costs this. Right. That's the problem. Because we got to play people because we're paying people. But we don't want to do that. We want to pay people because they're good. We want to pay people because we know in the future they're going to be the truth.
Josh Palmer is about to be the highest paid number 3 receiver in NFL history.
The word history messed me up. I didn't expect that one.
Can we talk about that for a minute?
You can, because I'm gonna hurt myself.
Like let's think about this for a second, because on this roster currently you have DJ Moore, Khalil Shakir is your number 2. You already know that. Receivers only. Where does that put Josh Palmer at $11 million? Number 3, even though he's going to be playing the Y, right? Like that's what it is. He's going to be the highest paid number 3 receiver in NFL history, which is crazy to me. But we're sitting here talking about, we gotta, like, I understand J Ham needing to hear something positive because the Bills really just they the bed on this one. I no disrespect to DJ Moore. He's a good receiver, and like I said, he can help this team. But and to Laura's point, okay, so this I will admit, some of what we said could come off as not being objective, and this is an objective approach. It says I don't know if you can say they didn't try anything else, which is right. We don't know. Right. And what if this was the move the Bills wanted? I respect that point. Yep. And that is a very true and very valid point. However, the Chicago Bears were already on pace to just release DJ Moore. So you could have got him for cheaper. Because anytime a receiver making that much money puts up the numbers that he just put up the last 2 seasons, his pay is going down.
I mean, you're talking about he's making more than Khalil Shakir in our offense. They're not going to pay somebody with that production more than Khalil Shakir. So Khalil Shakir, I know what people say about him, but he was our receiving offense last year, and the year before when Diggs didn't really do much. But if Josh Allen doesn't sell you, if coming to Buffalo to a team that's this close doesn't sell you, you could be a piece in the puzzle doesn't sell you, then we can find somebody else. We could take our $24 million and move onward. We could go elsewhere. We could get Romeo Doubs. We could do Alec Pierce or something like that, somebody that's younger and that is unproven, and maybe he would work. But we can give you our number. What's fair for us and fair for you is what they say, right?
Yep.
So I think trading for DJ Moore, it's fine. It's fine. Like I said, J Ham, promise. I got good, but when you're talking about a trade for a second-round draft pick for a team that has no money, you have to hit on the draft.
Right.
That's how we build and get out of the muck.
Yeah.
So when people say you can restructure, you can do this, everybody does it. We know they do it, but guess what? Chicago just did? They cut Tremaine Edmonds. They traded DJ Moore, and they created $28 million in cap space with 2 guys.
This really boils down to, and Laura, you might want to clip this. What this really boils down to is the Buffalo Bills have consistently had to fix their drafting issues with free agency and trades.
Yeah.
That's really what this comes down to. Because if you had gotten Keon right, if you had gotten any of the other receivers that you drafted over the last 8 years right, you don't have to make the Stefon Diggs move. You don't have to make the DJ Moore move.
Right.
You don't even really have to sign Curtis Samuel for what you paid him. You don't have to sign Josh Palmer for what you paid him. You don't have to do that stuff if you knew you could draft.
Right.
And so far, the success rate of any particular position on this team, it's been the secondary. But the secondary has really only worked out because of Sean McDermott's system, which is very beneficial to secondary players. Yeah. So now we're in this place where we know for a fact, offensively, there is no track record of, the Bills do well in drafting offensive linemen, or the Bills do really well in drafting tight ends. I mean, yeah, maybe, but one of them can't stay healthy and the other one doesn't get targets at all. So we don't really know for sure. They haven't gotten to work to prove it.
Right.
And at receiver, forget about it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So then you fold that over to defensively. You drafted 2 defensive ends in the same draft, and only one of them got a deal, and that guy is just a run defender. So you can't draft pass rushers. Linebacker, okay. That's probably the best position they've drafted since day one.
Yeah.
If you're looking at all the guys that they have now collectively. So it's tough to get to a place where, as you said earlier in this episode, there's a track record of success that you can rest. Okay,
right.
You know what? Brandon Beane may not do well at getting receivers, but we know that man can draft linebackers.
XYZ, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there is none of that. It's not consistent enough where you know, like, I'll give you a prime example. The Steelers. You know they can find defensive players. Under Mike Tomlin, you know they're going to find a receiver.
Yeah.
You know why. Antonio Brown, Emmanuel Sanders, George Pickens. Like, you name it. Hines Ward. Like, they've had so many. Santana Moss. They traded for him. He came over. He was a number one receiver. Plaxico Burress. They brought him over. Or they drafted him, rather. I'm sorry. He ended up going to the Giants. But, like, they have a track record. Their GM has a track record. Like, this is what we don't get from Brandon Beane.
Right.
And so, in turn, he's got to fix all his issues with free agency and trades and paying so much money to middle-tier guys. Why? Because he's trying to save money from all the mistakes that he made with draft picks.
Yeah, everything. And a lot of stuff doesn't pan out. So maybe this isn't just Brandon Beane. Tommy, Mafia Sports Reports. Maybe this is even Terry Gray. Maybe this is even a scouting team. Maybe this is even that's the thing. You know, is it that the scouting team has a golden key? Is it that that nobody listens to them? Is it that they're not as good as we think they are? Go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Oops. Whose ass you on, boy?
You came ready today, bro. I appreciate you so much, man. Because it's not easy having to say some of this stuff sometimes. Like, it gets the blood rushing, but man, it's good to laugh about it.
Yeah, Roy said, so our Keys and Airmen is now more upset that Beane wasn't also fired up at the top of the screen there.
Yep.
Oh
shoot. Here it is.
So that was serendipity.
Right, you saw that? It's crazy.
But yeah, no, I mean, you know, I never am gonna wish ill on anybody. I'm never gonna say I want somebody going, I have to have you going, you suck, get out of my face. But I can tell you that Beane should have been wise. And I don't think Beane is in any trouble. People are saying that he's one and done, he's out of here after this year. Because he has a promotion. GM is like a secondary job right now. His primary job is the president of player person or football operation. I'm sorry.
Yep.
That's completely different than what he does as a GM. I think he'll be fine at that job. I think as a GM, he's been okay.
Yeah.
You know, he's been okay. He's not terrible. He's not a try or fire. But what we're seeking for, they fell into Josh Allen. They fell into him too fast. And now they don't know how to deal with this. It's like when you take that bite of that piece of chicken, you're like, it ain't that bad. You bite it, all the smoke come out. You're like, that's what they're doing. Because they didn't expect the heat. They didn't expect Josh Allen to catch fire as fast as he did. McDermott is regimented. McDermott is a guy that everything is on a time frame. He was not prepared for somebody to catch fire like that. He was not prepared for James Cook to be what he was in year 3 and year 4. He was not prepared for Brandon Beane wasn't prepared to build a team, a Super Bowl caliber team this fast. Yeah. He's never been a GM before. He's learning. Yep. But see, what got me with Brandon Beane and why I fell off of the Brandon Beane position was going on GR and puffing his chest out. Like, you made it. You made nothing, sir. You rode this team on the back of Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs. That's what you wrote. That's where we got here from. You got here from Josh Allen and Stefon Diggs. You can't drive down Colvin Avenue. People not in Buffalo. That's how we get here to the studio. You can't drive down Niagara Falls Boulevard. You guys know where Niagara Falls is. It's on there somewhere. But you can't drive down any street when Diggs was here and not see one sign that said 14 plus 17 equals 6.
Yeah.
They all said it. Even when the election happened, they said Allen and Diggs for president.
Yeah, Allen Diggs for president.
They all said this.
Yep.
Why is that? Because Diggs was just that guy?
Yep.
Yes, they were not prepared for that. They came into Buffalo. This team has been in a drought for how long? We got time to fix this. This fan base isn't used to winning. Josh Allen comes. Uh-oh. They're excited by this guy. Stefon Diggs, let's get him because we need our quarterback that we traded all the way up. We don't want to get fired. Let's trade all the way up for this guy. Wait, he's not doing well. In year 3, be honest with yourself. You were looking at quarterbacks in the draft. You were saying, I don't know about this 17 dude. You say, I saw it. I saw something. But you didn't see enough to say, you know what? This is Josh Allen as we know him now. 58%. Come on now. More touchdowns than more interceptions than touchdowns at one point. Come on now.
Yeah.
Don't lie to yourself. But when Diggs came, I'm not saying Diggs created Josh. We're not doing that. But what I'm saying is Josh said, you know what? I'm going to go everywhere else. If I can't find somebody 14 there, let me get him the ball. We are still looking for that guy. Josh Allen is amazing.
Yeah.
But Josh Allen, as I've said, how many years now, bro? He can't do it himself. Nobody can. It's not a slight on him. I'm not saying you guys are over evaluating or over what's the word? Overestimating Josh Allen. I'm just saying that in football, as a sport, one player cannot do it himself. Why you think when Stefon Diggs left, James Cook came in? James Cook came in like wildfire. We were playing with Devin Singletary. We played with Frank Gore. Oh, okay, cool. When they scouted James Cook, what they tell us? He's a scat back. He's a change of pace. He's a receiving back. Yep. Nobody saw him running for 1,600 yards. Nobody saw him getting 17 touchdowns in the season, but he did it. And they're like, uh-oh, what do we do? We're still learning on the job, but we got to puff our chests out and act like we know what we're doing because these guys are outperforming what we thought they were going to do.
Exactly. That's the problem, is you have a front office that is so married to their process that anytime their times table on a specific player is out of whack, it throws the whole plan off. You cannot run a franchise like that. You cannot expect that every single player is going to adhere to your learning curve. That's not how the NFL works.
Right.
You have to be ready to capitalize when it's time to capitalize, and you have to do enough scouting and self-scouting to understand what your needs are going to be for each consideration, for each optional additional path. And it doesn't seem like the Bills did that. And we knew this was the case when Josh Allen got good.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as soon as Josh Allen gets good, it's like, oh, we weren't ready for this. Oh, what did Von Miller,
Right.
come here. We need you. Come here, Von Miller.
Yep.
Come here.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Laura coming with a little bit of levity here says, I think we just need to have a cage match or a battle royale. Only the winner escapes with their life. A little morbid at the end there, Laura. Calm down.
Also, Vu once again.
Once again, bro. Jeez. Okay, bring Diggs back. What you think about that, bro? I would do it today if they would let it happen. If you put Diggs and DJ Moore on the field at the same time, gimme.
Oh yeah. Friend, I'm not gonna say your name, but because he said, please promise you'll say that on the show. Please promise. We didn't even talk about this. We didn't talk about it, but you said it. The synergy I'm talking about with us. Bean and McDermott never had it.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. If you can get Diggs at a price that we can muster in our wide receiver room, because we're not done.
Yeah.
We're not done yet. And that would allow you to say, you know what? Round one, we don't need a wide receiver because Diggs still got some juice. DJ Moore got juice. Put them with Khalil Shakir. Let Keon Coleman come in his spot duty. Now we're cooking. And I didn't even mention Josh Palmer yet. But guess what? Now you can get Brennan Thompson that ran a 4.24 in the combine. Now you can go ahead and get my boy Chris Bell from Louisville. I don't know if you know who he is. He tore his ACL, and he was a bona fide first-round talent.
Who?
Chris Bell from Louisville.
Okay. Oh,
tore his
yeah.
ACL. The man reminds me of Eric Moles or Andre Johnson. If you watch how he plays, would you not want one of those?
Not as, like, he's still a little raw in his route running. I get what you're saying.
Right.
Like he's like that AJ Mold, Eric Moles type build, yep, where he's got more speed than AJ Brown does for sure.
6'2", 225. Yeah.
I would take he slotted to go what, third, fourth?
Yeah,
somewhere
with that ACL, yeah. And yeah. I mean, that's what because if you had a Stefon Diggs, you had Khalil Shakir, you had Keon Coleman, you got Josh Palmer, and you got who's going to sit? We ain't got to worry about that because he's got a torn ACL,
right?
But he's got all the promise in the world.
They did it with Deion Walker.
Yes.
Do it again.
Max Harrison, if you really want to say it, because he messed his shoulder up, then his knee. Yep. He didn't play for 6 weeks.
Do it again.
Yep. And that's potential that now with DJ Moore and to J Ham, to your point, now we go to the good. Because signing DJ Moore is not something that allows you to rest on your laurels, but what it does is it allows you to say, I don't have to reach for somebody in the first round. I have my starting 3. How do I feel the back 3? How do I feel the back 4? Whatever. Chris Bell, could we bring him in and say, you know what? Let's rehab this dude because we see something in this guy. He came in for a 30 visit, or is coming for a 30 visit. So they do like him, and they're not going to reach for him because he can't play. He didn't go to the combine. He's not going to work out. He's still dealing with his knee. But if you know one thing I know, if you have surgery, if you have a world-class surgeon that can perform a surgery on an ACL, you'll be fine. How many guys in the league play with an ACL? He's 23 years old, 22, 23. He's fine.
Do you remember when Cole Beasley came back to the Bills?
Yeah.
50% of fans said the bees and 50% said the boos.
Yeah.
Yep.
I put out a poll. Do you want Diggs to go with Moore? And it is split 50-50 down the middle right now.
Wow, I love it.
And the thing is, people in the chat are saying Diggs is washed. I didn't say he was going to be the Diggs that we had before.
No.
I didn't even say he was going to start. But think about Diggs coming in as rotation. Think about Diggs coming in at a spot starter. Think about Diggs coming in certain packages.
I think Diggs as a number 2 receiver right now is the best thing in life.
I would love it.
Like, seriously, in all seriousness.
I would love it. $5 million, $6 million, I would love it.
Right. Give him that much and let him play opposite DJ Moore and then Khalil Shakir in the middle there and see if you don't destroy defenses. I mean, Shakir can be your slot guy running the deep crossers. He did it before his first season. He was doing that.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the routes that Diggs was being asked to run got shifted to Khalil Shakir. Mm-hmm. That's how he ended up looking so good in his first season. That's where it all came from.
Yep.
Diggs started being the one running those short digs and underneath routes and bubble screens and stuff like that. He was doing all the stuff that Shakir was ended up doing after Diggs was traded away.
Yep.
So imagine being able to run DJ Moore down the field, to run Khalil Shakir down the field in the middle, and then you got Kincaid eating on his flags and post routes and his short hitches, and you got Diggs running all the underneath stuff for you and just getting open as your chain mover like Cole Beasley used to be. Mm-hmm. How could that's a 3-level attack with a run game to boot.
Yep. And you can even massage Keon Coleman in there if you want. Yes. I mean, you can bring him in slowly if you want. You don't have to rely on him. So yeah, I mean that right there is a kick. And Derek G 4353. Do we know what Diggs had a problem with when he was here?
Yeah, we like to be informative here. So the issue with Diggs was between him and basically it was the offensive system. It wasn't any one specific person, but obviously
it turned into it.
Yeah, it turned into a beef with Sean McDermott because Sean McDermott doesn't like any of his guys making any kind of noise at all whatsoever. So it initially wasn't an issue with Sean McDermott. It was an issue with the offense, his role in the offense, and the direction it was going, and Stefon Diggs feeling like it was going in the wrong direction, to be quite honest. And Sean didn't appreciate that.
As we've seen.
Yeah, right.
What he said happened.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So, and that's the part, like, I really want people to, like, take a breath and just kind of admit that they were wrong about Diggs from the start, because we're now seeing that he wasn't the issue. Right. And even the guy who was just fired as head coach wasn't the entire issue.
Right. He was part of it. He wasn't the whole issue.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. So, this is why we do the research we do. And I'm not going to spend 5 minutes patting ourselves on the back for this, but we got it right too. We tried to tell you guys, we're connected to Diggs. We got the inside scoop on what was going on. We tried to give it to you. And now we're all finding out, slowly but surely, Diggs was right.
Yeah.
So why not reconcile with the guy, bring him back, give him another shot to play with the kid that he loves, and go for another shot at the Super Bowl.
Yep.
He's not getting it nowhere else. Not anymore. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, where else is he going to land that is not a terrible team who just wants veteran receiver help that he can go to with all these same issues?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we took Cole Beasley back after the COVID situation, we can damn sure take Stefon Diggs back, who really didn't do much.
No.
He did not take a COVID shot.
No.
All he did was go like this to Josh. And guess what? This was right. So can we please forgive the man and bring him back?
So the chat might be still looking negative about it, but the viewers say something different. You're starting to convince people. We're at 61% for bringing back.
Woo!
Yeah.
All right, we might be on our way somewhere.
Yeah, I mean that's it's let's face it. if Diggs did come to Buffalo, we're not saying Diggs is going to have 1,400 yards. We're not saying he's going to have 100 receptions. That's not what we're looking for because we have DJ Moore now. We have a Khalil Shakir who's played without anybody else around him. So we got two guys that we know they can stand alone.
Yeah.
So Stefon Diggs, like he did in Houston, get in where you fit in. He fit in almost still 100 receptions because why? He's just that good.
Yeah.
In New England, why did he get 100 receptions? He's just that good. It's not that they force fed on the ball. It's just that he's always open. Drake May said, you know what? All right. So it wasn't a Stefon Diggs saying, I need the ball now. It was Stefon Diggs' feet, his hands, his head saying, I need the ball. Because look at me. They can't guard me.
Crane Boy says, want to see how it goes with the girl he choked out. You want to know how it goes? I give you a sneak preview right now. It's gonna get settled.
Yep.
And she's gonna go away.
Yep.
And I don't say that to be insensitive
Nope.
because I never condone putting hands on any woman whatsoever. I was raised by a single mother, so
Yep.
I don't tolerate that.
That ain't meaning to me because my mom would lay hands on you. She'll baptize your ass.
Oh my God, I can see it too. I've never seen her mean side, but
You
I
won't.
know it's there.
She's like,
you've told me enough stories. I know it's there. So, but I say all that to say, like it's good. You are terrible, bro.
she'll tell me later.
Right. It's gonna get settled. It's gonna go away. It's a big deal now because this is all part of the court proceeding to force Diggs to settle for more money. The more pressure you put on this guy, the more heat you put on this guy, the more it's going to interfere with his job. The more it interferes with his job, the more he wants to make it go away. And the more he wants to make it go away, the more he's going to be willing to pay to make it go away. Prime example. We thought the Von Miller domestic violence situation was going to be a big deal because it happened here.
Mm-hmm.
Right? We thought that was going to be a bit, our best pass rusher, year one of him being here, and this is the thing, we screwed.
Right.
No. No. His ACL went before the court case did.
Mm-hmm.
So that situation will be fine. Get Diggs here if you can. Pay him the $5 or $6 million that it would take to get him here and keep him happy. And let's just see what we can do with a wide receiver core that might be one of the oldest starting wide receiver cores in the NFL, but could still be very, very, very good with Josh Allen.
Right.
And here's where the optimism comes in with the DJ Moore stuff. Right now, the reason you need a number one is to open up space for everybody else. Okay? Does DJ Moore fit the profile of somebody who needs attention? Yeah. Is he a number one? No. But does he need attention? Yeah. It's the equivalent of when we got Amari Cooper on this team when we traded for him 2 years ago. I equate this move to exactly that. Except you got that guy, what? No, Amari Cooper was 29 when we got him too, right? Yeah. So it's basically the same thing. This guy just happens to have had a couple of better seasons than what Amari Cooper had prior to us getting him.
Right. And I like the fact that Billy D's Colt 45 is going to come out at 50. Colt 50.
Woo-hoo! Did
Colt
we get him up
50.
there? Oh, yeah, we did. Okay, my bad.
To save the day. I believe it. Put the cape on, man. We need you.
It's necessary. I don't know what Lynn is saying absolutely not to. Oh, to Diggs? Probably.
Probably.
Diggs.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Makes sense.
Billy, do you bring a 40 ounce or 45? Would you? Absolutely. I roll up off. And, yeah, if you just bring two. Bring two. Actually, three. I need two. You get one. Let's see.
What is this? Diggs spent a year in Massachusetts
and became a Boston Strangler. This
Wow.
okay. This is okay. So
Wow.
this is again, and this is a teaching moment for my son yesterday. Actually, I had a conversation with my son, and he was watching YouTube, and I guess something popped up on there where it said one of his favorite YouTubers got in trouble for an essay. I don't really know. I wasn't listening. I was working, but he was telling me, I can't believe that he would never do this. He would. How do you know, Ken? I know him. You never met him a day in your life. These people all portray what they want you to believe they are. Stefon Diggs, his pink powder. You think other guys ain't doing pink powder? You think other guys ain't in the locker room drinking? You think other guys ain't smoking? You think they?
Right.
So what are we doing here?
He's just the highest profile guy.
He's the highest profile guy that got caught last, but he won't be the last, and he might not be the last Bill this year. So I mean, why do we keep falling on this narrative? You know, it's not a felony. It's not, and I'm like you said, I'm not excusing it, but these guys are not who we think they are. Some of them.
How come we didn't get this mad at Michael Hoyt for breaking the NFL rules last season? It cost him 6 games. We didn't get to see him for 6 games. And on top of that, because he had to get off the juice, he ended up getting hurt.
Right.
Like that was his fault. We didn't get to see it. We got to see him a game and what, a quarter?
Right.
A game and a quarter for something that was exactly his fault. Stefon Diggs, right now he's being crucified because of something that is his fault. But when he was here before and we traded him away, it wasn't his fault. What did you want him to do? Sit there and shut up and not be what a number 1 receiver is, which is a guy who wants the ball? You know how many coaches come out on the mic and say, I want my receivers to want the ball?
Right.
Mike Tomlin has said that before. If you don't want the ball, I don't want you on my team.
You're a receiver.
Right. You're supposed to want the ball.
Be mad when you don't get to do your job.
Thank you.
You know, and the thing is, it's funny because people talk about Diggs sniffing the toozy. Would you rather have Diggs sniffing the toozy on a boat in the international water, or Antonio Brown taking his shoulder pads off and dancing off the field?
Right.
Diggs didn't do nothing anywhere near that. Right. All he did was catch 100 balls for 1,400 yards and 8 to 9, 10 touchdowns.
And
you don't want that again?
Has he got suspended once ever in his career?
No.
Lynn said Aramis on poor PEDs.
PEDs.
Yeah. I mean, it's real. Like this is. I guess what we're trying to do in this particular moment on the show is to just turn a mirror to everybody who is, turning their backs on people like Stefon Diggs as if they have the high ground to do so. Like, just because you're a fan doesn't mean you automatically have high ground over a player. That's not what that means. Do you pay their salaries? Yeah, but you only seem to want to exercise that right when it comes to booing a player or get this player off my team. You never want to exercise that right of, hey, I pay that guy's salary, or hey, I pay for tickets and I pay for this, I pay for that helmet on your head. You never want to exercise that stuff when it comes to a GM who's drafting terribly and trading for guys like DJ Moore before free agency even starts. You never want to exercise that right unless you feel like everybody else is going to be behind you attacking one player.
Right.
We back up the GM. Why? Because he's in a high position that we can't get to. We can't touch. We can't throw stuff at him. We can't do it. But we sit above these players, and we feel like we're above these players, so we can criticize every little thing they do. That part is not right. If I was a football player, I'd hate that.
Yeah. I mean, believe it or not, I respect this. If this is true, I respect it. I didn't like Diggs when he was here, and I don't want him back.
Okay.
So I see that. I respect, because that has nothing to do with on the field. Because he was your best receiver probably all time.
And you still didn't like him?
And you didn't like him.
Okay.
So there's nothing he's going to do to win you back. He never had you.
That's right.
But the guys, when I go to the stadium and now you don't want him? Why?
Right.
Stop it. So if this is true and I don't like Diggs, and I never did, I punched him in the face on sight, is beef, let it be tacos then. It's beef.
The Bills need to draft 2 receivers in the draft this season. I like the Chris Bell idea. I still think they need to go with somebody in the first or the third. You need 2 receivers there. We got a call here.
Yep.
Let's make sure we get to that. Okay, here it is. Oh, you're on with PPP. How's it going?
Hey.
Oh, what's up, girl?
Oh.
You know who it is.
Yep. It's a little low, but I got it.
What's going on, homie?
I got my headphones in. I can hear y'all.
You said you can?
I can hear you, yes.
Okay. Are you able to turn your volume up a little bit? You sound really low.
It sounds like are your headphones plugged in all the way?
Wait, can you hear it?
I think she's got earbuds, she said.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
It's like a crackling noise as if it's not plugged in all the way or something.
Yeah, it could be a connection issue. We got. You know what? I'm gonna connect that with our IT guy.
Nah.
she very closely reflects this show with all the technical issues. Doc, go ahead and call us back after you get that situation straight, okay?
I'm gonna get this comment down before Nady starts yelling at us again. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. Call back right away.
Yep.
But yeah, no. I that's the thing. You know, Laura said I was pissed when. Oh, let me get that up just so everybody can read with me. I went to my little bouncing ball there. I was pissed when Hoyt and Ogunjobi had to miss games for suspension. I was pissed when they signed Ogunjobi. Diggs may have as well. We don't need that. I mean, but the thing is, we don't need to rely on him. That's the thing.
So let me ask everybody this, and I want your opinion on it. Well, I kind of know what you're going to say already. So let me just ask everybody else this. So if it was Diggs coming in after a 6-game suspension this year at 32 years old, and we drafted a wide receiver and Keon Coleman was playing the number 2 slot until Diggs comes back, would you take that? I think a lot of people would look at that scenario and say, man, Keon Coleman gets some time to develop opposite DJ Moore. You still got Khalil Shakir to eat over the middle. You got Dalton Kincaid still under contract. Yeah, I think I might take that with Steph Diggs coming back after 6 games to kind of save the year. Mm-hmm. I think a lot of people would take that. You know what I'm saying? Because he's coming back fresh. He's coming back angry and ready to prove a point. Right. And you know that he can win.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and it's funny because Marcus Warren said, I think it's amazing that somebody didn't like the most productive wide receiver Josh Allen has ever had in his whole career. This is the thing,
I just don't like him.
But it's not even just Josh Allen. He's the most productive wide receiver the Bills have ever had.
Ever.
In history.
Yes.
Let that sink in.
Yep.
In history.
He has had, aside from the ACL injury season, he's had 1,000 yards every single time he's been the number 1 receiver anywhere. Anywhere. And here we got DJ Moore, who he's had 4 in 8 years. And he's been the number 1 receiver for 3 of those 4,000-yard seasons.
Yeah.
And then 2 of those, the last 2 seasons, he's the number 1 receiver. I think the most he had was who is this I'm on right now? So the most he had as a number 1 receiver the last 2 seasons was 966 yards in 2024 on 98 catches. Like,
yeah, 98 catches for 966.
Yes, you know how hard you got to work to not get 1,000 yards on 98 catches, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. Come on. Like, yes, DJ Moore is a good player, but is he Diggs level coming onto the team? Like when we're getting him? No, he's not Diggs level.
Yeah. I mean, and Michael Johnson, I guess you're pretty much almost 20 minutes to your free. It's already clear. Anyway, Diggs didn't know. Didn't the Buffalo Bills know that Hoyt was going to be suspended for PEDs and still signed him? Yes,
they said they knew.
They knew before, and then I'll double down with that. They didn't know when Ogunjobi signed that he was, but then they found out, and they could have torn the contract up.
They could have, but
they said, you know what, it's cool. Yep. It's cool. Come on then.
Yep. Sean McDermott likes him. All right, let him hang.
Yeah. Yeah, and Derek G 4353 said that was on Caleb 98 for less than 1,000. No, okay. Let me put it like this. Caleb Williams already surpassed DJ Moore. He said, I don't really need that. I have Luther Burden and I have Roma Dunze. Those are my 2 guys. Oh, I have Colton Loveland too. DJ Moore's a little old. Give me my young guys. Buffalo said, you know what? You right up my alley. Some age. You got some age to you? Come aboard. 24 mil. Come aboard. We can make this work. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's the thing that hurts me. Lindsay said, relax, Mafia. Diggs is not coming back to Buffalo. I predict him going back to Houston, Dallas, or Baltimore. Well, I mean, I don't know where he's going, but he's not going to come back to Buffalo. I don't think so. I thought it was fun to talk about, but I just don't think so. Dan.
Real quick, hold on.
So
Bone says his average depth of target was 7.4 in 2024. Caleb was a rookie throwing short stuff to DJ all year.
We got a call, just so you know.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, caller, you are in the queue. Give us 1 second, please. 1 second. So I want to take you back to Stefon Diggs' first year with the Buffalo Bills. His average depth of target was 10.1.
Mm-hmm.
And that's with Josh Allen in year 2? So I guess I'm simply trying to say both numbers are relatively close. So I don't want to make this about who was his quarterback, because the man put up 1,000. He put up his best season in Carolina with Teddy Bridgewater. DJ Moore did.
That's right. That's who.
Right. Teddy Bridgewater threw for 3,700 yards when it was DJ Moore, Robbie Anderson, and I think Curtis Samuel was on that team too. So actually, I don't think it was Curtis Samuel, but anyway, there should still be an expectation on DJ Moore, based on what he's getting paid and based on where he's coming from and based on what we gave up for him, to be better than any Bills receiver that we've had to this point, because we are now paying him more than we've paid any Buffalo Bill at receiver. And we guaranteed his 2028 his 2028 salary. So it's like, we are for sure keeping you for the next 3 years. Like, you make that kind of commitment to a guy, he better be way better than any other option that you've had this entire time. Hence the criticism. Mm-hmm. Let's get to the phone call here. All right, a little bit of a delay there, but you're on with Post Podium Podcast. How you doing? Uh-oh.
We hear you. We hear something, but not you.
You there? All right, we're gonna mute that one.
We tried.
We'll try back in a second.
If that was Dorothy, if you keep calling in with headphones, maybe try taking the headphones out and see how it sounds.
Yes, it sounds like because we were hearing the echo there. It sounds like she's got him out. Okay, Bone says he hears me.
Yeah, I heard us in the feedback, so I know they can hear us.
Okay. ATL says still low and a delay.
It sounds like the mic just isn't on, so I don't know what's going on.
Maybe muted. Roy said, "Okay, Keys, let's spend more time talking about things we don't think will happen." Of course, this is off season. What do you think we're gonna do? If I didn't talk about things I wouldn't talk about the draft at all, because there's not one person I think the Bills are going to take.
Right.
They will take. So
right. Where is Lindsay? I haven't seen Lindsay in forever. Where's Lindsay? We missed her. Where is she?
She was up there somewhere.
Lindsay, say something to us.
She did.
I know. I gotta find it. Man, it's way up here. Holy cow! How did we miss all that?
Dorothy said it wasn't her, so it was someone else having issues.
All right, let's check back. Post Podium Podcast, you there?
I hear me. I hear you. I hear a car.
Yeah. Say something to us. I know. I gotta find it. Okay. All right. Sorry. Try calling back, please. Okay. All right. So, are we good? Are we good with the DJ Moore stuff?
Well, the good to DJ Moore is
you still had some optimism.
Yeah, we did.
Okay. All right. My bad. Yeah. Go ahead.
We finally got a guy who knows how to work the complete field. So we don't have anybody that's like, oh, they can do this if that, or it's not a true table person at all. And I'm gonna start calling people that true table. If then. Positive, maybe conditional format people. He's not one of those guys. His best years came under Brady in Carolina, his Air Coryell system. So will we do that? Don't know. But if we do, that means the draft is going to be addressing quarterbacks, because we don't have, but maybe, we got Josh Palmer, we got Keon Coleman, and now DJ Moore, which are Air Coryell style wide receivers. He's not too old. He's old. He's not too old. Talking from a guy that's turning 42 this year. You're old. Not that old, though. He might not be a real number one, but we've seen the promise. We've seen him do work. We've seen what he can do on a field. We've seen him become, I don't know if he's been a Pro Bowler, but we've seen him be right on a cusp in the NFL. So it's not one of those deals where if we just got to give him the right situation. He's been in the right situation. We've seen him do work. And he doesn't miss games. I think he missed 2 games his whole career. And I'm sure they weren't for injury. I think they were for coaching decisions. They might have been, we made the playoffs. We weren't going to make the playoffs, whatever the case may be. So he just didn't make it to playing 2 of the games early on in his career.
There was something that I wanted to get to. Where is it? Oh. So when it comes to there are moves that the Bills could make to open up some space that might seem a little, crazy from the standpoint of, well, you still got, 2-3 years on this guy's deal. You can take that dead cap hit and blah, blah, blah. My stance is usually make the moves you believe in. Mm-hmm. And if this DJ Moore move is one of those moves, okay, fine. But if you're smart, you have another move in your back pocket that you plan on making to make this shine even more. Because you are going to need something to help DJ shine more here in Buffalo. Mm-hmm. You just are. I'm sorry. You don't. He's not that kind of receiver to just come here and just do it all by himself. He's just not. The reason I'm saying all this is the Patriots just traded Garrett Bradbury to the Bears for a 2027 fifth-round pick. The Patriots just signed Garrett Bradbury last year in free agency, and they're already trading this guy away. It takes a certain level of boldness and a decent amount of cap space to understand where you got it wrong and make the accommodations. Don't hold on to Josh Palmer or Dawson Knox for longer than you need to. Respectfully to both players, don't put yourself in a position to make decisions through the lens of loyalty and friendship and hugs and good feelings, because that's what you built your culture off of. Mm-hmm. Right? It's a business, and every single time you talk about a receiver, you talk about a player you let go, you say it and the players say it. What do they say? We understand that this is a business first and foremost. Okay, well, I'm not saying that you got to be cold with every move, but you could just as easily help Josh Palmer and say, listen, it's not going to work out here with you, but we're going to try to get you to a place where it would best benefit you. Right? Oh shoot, we got some calls in here. We got some calls. Let's get them all in. And nobody's in the queue. Sorry about that. Get them in. I know. I was sitting here talking and I'm not even looking at the call line. If you called, I apologize. Go ahead and call back. We'll get you in. But me seeing this move is both gratifying and frustrating, because here's a young franchise that was just in the Super Bowl with this player. And what did they say? It's not good enough. Respectfully. Steph Diggs, you bringing too much unwanted attention here. Not good enough. Yeah, you was our number one receiver. Not good enough. You can't do that here. Right? Mm-hmm. And here we are. Oh, Josh Palmer's making $11 million. Didn't really do anything last year. Hurt more than anything else. Well, we cut Curtis Samuel for that reason, even though he knows the system we're about to employ.
Right.
You got Josh Palmer, who's never played in this system before. He's played in similar systems, but you expect him at $11 million to come in and do something that Curtis Samuel has already done, basically, with much better numbers. Curtis Samuel has put up 1,000 yards in this system. So I wanted to explain that and express that so that people could understand. When I'm thinking about the moves the Buffalo Bills make, I'm thinking about it from a very macro perspective. I'm thinking about, how do the Bills' moves collectively compare to teams who have won Super Bowls, or teams who are doing more than the Bills have done to this point. And the Patriots have already won the conversation. They've been to a Super Bowl in year 2 of their quarterback's existence. We have not. Is there an asterisk? Who cares about the asterisk? Nobody is trying to take the championship away from the Lakers for that bubble championship. Nobody. Did they win it? Yeah. Is it going to stick in history? Yeah. Did they put an asterisk next to it? No. So the bottom line is, do what you got to do. Never mind all of the ancillary excuses. Do what you got to do. Josh Palmer needs to be a cap casualty. Respectfully. I tried to be optimistic when we got him. He was one of the guys that I thought we should sign in the offseason. I talked about it last year.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because of his route running, because of all this stuff. And he wasn't even used anywhere near like how he was used in LA. If he's going to be used that way here, okay, we'll see. But I just doubt it. I just doubt it.
Yeah.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
It was Vu.
Oh,
was
man.
it Vu or was it?
It was Vu multiple times, he said.
Oh.
Wow.
Also, another super chat from Vu.
Yep. Yeah. He said Smitty going. Well, I guess he's on your ass now, Smitty. He's gonna get fired about the phone lines.
Nico, come save me. Your phone always works.
Yeah, we might need to have a Nico teach a class on how to call into the show because I don't know how else to explain it. I really don't.
Yeah.
All right.
A couple. Okay, yeah, read that one. Albert, I wish you can just go through a down year of the season. Can we take all the dead cap this season? And since Allen will be hurt starting it, might be able to get JJ from Ohio too. Yeah, Jeremiah Smith. Yeah, that would flip everything on his head. That would flip everything on his head. We're clamoring for Carnell Tate. And let me, I thought about this and I was listening to Steve Smith earlier. He made a point and it drove my brain in a different direction. He was talking about guys that run fast.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you got guys that run fast and they're tall, like Chris Brazil and people like that, but they're 6'4", 6'5". How do you play football? Football is about cuts on dime. Football is about change direction. Football is about different paces. When you're 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", whatever the case may be, it's harder to break down and come back to the ball. It's harder to get into your cuts because you're tall.
Mm-hmm.
So I think the sweet spot for a wide receiver is somewhere between, if you're looking for a speed guy, 6 feet to 6'2", they run a 4.3, 4, whatever, 4.5 or 4.4. That's probably the sweet spot because they can get in and get out because they have that natural bend that a lot of tall guys don't have. We're known to be stiffer. We're known to be, to come out, to pop up faster because it's more comfortable. But when you're shorter, you're lower, your center of gravity is lower, and you don't have to do as much. Those choppy steps to come back to the ball, those choppy steps to get an in route, those choppy steps to get out to the sideline, the boundary, are not as cumbersome as if you're not as long as some of these guys are. As Steve Smith said, they mentioned one of the guys, I forget who it was, but he said he ran a 4.34 and he just stood there. He looked. He was like, "I'm not frozen. I just don't care." Why? Because when you look at his cuts, you look at his breaks, his arms are always out here. He's got all this extra movement because he's trying to break down his space. He's doing all this extra stuff that these small guys or compact guys don't do. So sometimes you don't need to look at their 40 time unless you're looking for a guy in a situation, a combine, which they don't have this environment where you're being defended, where you're being pressed. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. Finish your point.
Oh,
first
yeah, where you're being pressed. It's not realistic. These 40 times are good. And guys, this is the reason why the 40 times are getting better because I realize it. They don't run it unless they know they're fast.
Right. That's a great point.
They're not doing it. Who's doing a bench press? Nobody's benching.
You might run a 4.6, big dog. You might want to sit
want to sit this one out.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
All right, here we go.
Hopefully.
Post-podium podcast. Who we talking to?
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah, we got you.
Hey, what's going on, Dorothy?
Hey, I took the headphones out.
Okay.
There we go.
That probably worked a lot better than I thought.
You hear that, boo?
Huh?
Go ahead.
We talking to Boo.
Okay.
What's up?
Oh, wow. I don't really know where to begin. Well, I guess I'll start with the trade. I'm more like, it's kind of like a wait and see approach. I have to see, how they do in training camp before, you can make a judgment of whether this is a good move or a bad move or not. I know some people kind of are about the compensation, with the second round pick. The only thing pushback I would have towards that is given Bean's history, it's more misses in the second round than there are success. I think pretty much in the second round, the only success that we had drafting was Cook. And maybe like a couple more pieces, but he just for every one hit he'll get in the draft, there'll be like two bad ones that don't work out. So I'm kind of not too concerned about the draft picks unless he has now maybe a scout or someone with him that's kind of analyzing the talent. But I'm more so just kind of wait to see how they everybody looks in training camp before I make a judgment about whether this is going to be whether it's going to work out or not.
Dorothy, hold on one second. I don't want to disrespect you, but you are a member, so you get this call-in gift.
Oh wow, I like it. I like the nose.
Yeah. This one is for our members.
Okay.
All right.
I like the
So
nose, yeah.
so I'm with you on your point. Go ahead. Is that all you have?
About more?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, with that. And then and only pushback what I have with Brady, like said so far, is if we're going with the narrative that everything was Sean's fault, then he's gonna have to show us that Sean was overriding him on plays because I was convinced, maybe it's gonna be different this season. Then he kept talking about the bubble screens, and I was like, oh God, I'm like, I don't know. I got to see if maybe it wasn't all Sean because I don't really think Sean had 100% override over everything on the offense. I mean, I don't believe that. I just think that every time we get a wide receiver, we just trying to get a name. But if they're not schemed correctly, then all this is for nothing.
Yep. That's a big issue. We've seen that so many times. I think the only time we haven't seen that was Dayball's offense.
Yeah.
Cole Beasley, Emmanuel Sanders. I mean, even John Brown's usage when he was still here. And then Stefon Diggs, of course. The way that those guys were able to come in and be productive immediately shows you what can happen when you have a coach that knows what he's doing, when you have a GM that is willing to go and get the guys that fit the system. So, I mean, the hope has to be that everybody that we see come into the building this season on offense is going to fit the scheme. Everybody that comes in on defense this season is going to fit the scheme specifically, not just this, universal guy where we're going after, size and ability and we'll just find a spot for him. Because that was Sean McDermott's approach. Just give me athletes, I'll fit them in.
Yeah, definitely. So my whole thing with that is, just kind of, I want to keep Brandon Cooks. I will make that known. I got attached. It's like, I just miss seeing the deep ball so much, and it just seemed like I know he only played like in a handful of games, but it just seemed like Josh trusted him a little bit more. As the games as he started playing in the games. And with Shakir, I mean, we've seen him go downfield. I don't think he just has to be specifically used in the slot because I think, as I remember, when they were kind of phasing Diggs out in 2023, Shakir was the safety blanket. And I remember a lot of downfield stuff. So I don't get this notion that you can't move Shakir, around, that he has to be relegated to the slot. And if you want it to work with Keon, you have to kind of play to his strengths instead of just, just trying to say, oh, he's going to be the X. If that's not his strong suit going into year 3, then if you're going to keep him on the team and him working in the slot is the best option, or him being in the red zone, getting contested catches, and I think you should just stick with that. If you're determined to not let this pick go to waste, that you're going to keep him and develop him, I think you just need to play to his strengths.
Yeah, Yeah. Really quick, Dorothy, can you turn the volume down on your? I don't know if you're on the phone with us or where. Roy,
One thing that you can do is
Yeah.
just mute her mic while you talk, and then unmute it when you're done talking. That'll help a little bit.
Okay.
Say that again.
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So we're gonna do this while I talk, and then after I'm done talking, I'll take the mute off so that we can hear Dorothy.
You're gonna hear our voice in our message, and then we'll let you speak. No.
Yeah. Roy is whining and crying about the echo there. So we'll
He whines and cries about us taking his drawers down. He whines
Literally
and cries
everything.
about echoes. He whines and cries about it raining. He just be pissing the moan, man.
That's it. That's all he's around for. I did want to ask you about this though, Dorothy. Nate wants us to ask you what you think about the potential of bringing Diggs back. Not that there's any rumors about that or anything, but he is a free agent, and yeah, he's dealing with this court situation. But you might be able to get him on the cheap. What do you think?
I mean, yeah, I've mentioned it in the discourse chat. I'm at this point now with how the season ended for us. I'm open to bringing Diggs back. I know I was one of the biggest haters of Diggs because I didn't like how that ended. But at this point, I just think, we have to do what's going to be best for the team. And he's familiar with everything before, but we have to kind of go back and think it's not going to be the same as 2020. I think we got to get off that notion because now we're mainly like a run first team, or you could say the offense is more balanced than it was back then. And maybe back then if we had a run game, we could have gotten further or maybe gotten to a Super Bowl. So it's just always kind of like those missed opportunities that keep getting in the way of us getting to the Super Bowl. And I'm more so, we don't just need to get there, we need to win it. If we're going to be doing all of this for the last 9 years, we can't just settle for just getting there. We got to try to win it. So I would say we need to if we're going to go all in and you're going to use up dead cap, you're going to spend money overpriced on these receivers, then the goal needs to be to not just get to the Super Bowl, you need to win it.
Right, I'm with you on that one. Last question for you, Dorothy, and then we gotta let you go. I roll up says, would you let Diggs date your sister?
I don't have a sister, and no, he's so no, I wouldn't. No, absolutely not. Now he can catch the balls and stuff, but that's as far as my admiration goes for him. It's strictly on the football field. Yep. He cannot be one of my sons. Absolutely not.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Thank you for calling in, Dorothy. Really appreciate you.
We'll talk to you later.
Yep. She's not unlike any of the Minnesota Vikings players who didn't want Diggs dating their sister, and now we know why.
Michael Jackson said, "Would you let Diggs date your brother?"
By the way,
yo,
in the comments, Vu yelled, "Get off the phone, da." Vu calling.
Come on with it, bruh. I'm ready. Call in.
I knew somebody was gonna do it.
Oh, Kev. Not catching balls. No. Yeah. So, all right. I mean, there's one other thing I wanted to touch on.
Wait, he changed over. Lynn said, if the price is right, I could be receptive.
What?
But that's
because Dorothy said it.
Right.
That's what it is, because Dorothy said.
But
Dorothy
see, that's where I am. I didn't say Stefon Diggs is a priority free agent. I didn't say he should come to be our number one. I didn't say he has to come. I mean, he'd come to Buffalo and definitely have a role. Not a bubble guy, but I didn't say he's going to be the 2020 guy, 2024, 2021, 2, 3 guy.
For a Super Bowl, he can have one of my sisters.
He's like, I got more.
Dang.
I don't even like my sisters that much.
All right, so real quick, and I haven't heard them do this yet, And I don't know if them guaranteeing his salary changed this. But according to Spotrac yesterday, they said Buffalo can process a full salary conversion on DJ Moore upon acquiring him, lowering his cap hit to $6.75 million in 2026, creating $17.7 million of cap space. Mm-hmm. Now, based on what's been reported already, I think they guaranteed $15 million of this year's salary. Is that right?
I'm not sure about this. I know they guaranteed $15 million in 2028.
Oh, that might have been what it is. Okay,
yeah.
So actually, if they wanted to, they could still restructure DJ Moore this year,
right,
and have the next two. Which
right.
To be honest, that would explain why they're guaranteeing the next the money they are the next
yep.
2 seasons.
Yep.
Take the low hit now, so that we can get guys. Our cap is going to open up the next couple of years. We'll be able to fit that salary anyway. Yep. That would make perfect sense. So this minus $23 million in cap space for the top 51 would go down to what, $6 million over, just about, basically. And
well, that's with it because it was negative 31 before they did the restructure deal.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was negative 31 at first, and went down to 23 million or something like that.
Oh, wow. So
yeah.
we still have
got work to do. But
wow.
with Taylor Rapp and all, I don't know what they do, but yeah, we have work to do.
Wow.
Yeah, it's fun. I don't envy Bean at all. I don't.
You got to get rid of Oliver. I just unless I mean he's 29 years old. You can't extend him.
I don't think you can, because Oliver, I think his contract hit is too big.
So
they restructured him last year, so I think his contract is way too much. I'll look it up while you talk, though.
Here, I got it right here. So his cap hit for 2026 is $23.9 million. The dead cap is about 21.5 if you cut him. If you traded him, because the part that doesn't show up on these websites is with trades. Another team can take on the salary. Mm-hmm. So it didn't have to be us just taking the money. They can give us a lower pick so that we can get some cap relief, and they take on either the entirety or a partiality of the contract. But anyway, a pre-June 1 trade, still a $21 million cap hit, mm-hmm. dead cap hit, and it only frees up about $2.3 million. So it would really be, this would be the Garrett Bradbury trade, essentially. Like, they got a 5th round pick next year for a starting center who's regarded as a good center in the league.
Right. And
centers are making good money now. Mm-hmm. So this wasn't a cheap move, but in order to get that cap relief, they needed to do what? Take a lower compensation for the player.
Right.
It can be done, and the fact that you're now you're sitting on DJ Moore's contract, you released 4 players that let's be honest, they really only gave you what, maybe $6 million in cap relief, mm-hmm. just off those 4 players, and one of them is going to be on your dead cap for another 3 years in Taron Johnson. Yep. So you're looking at Dawson Knox. You got to do something with that contract. You already restructured Spencer Brown, so there's nothing you can do there. Who else? Who else are you going to restructure?
See, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. You could there's levers to pull.
Dawkins is probably going to have to
pull the levers, and we're going to pull the levers on Deion Dawkins. And Deion Dawkins right now in 2028 has a $10 million dead cap. He's not even on the team.
It's a void year. Yep.
2029, another void year. Yep. $4 million. He's not on the team. Who else? Who else do you suggest that we restructure? Cam Lewis? He'll give you $5. The punter we don't have? What are these levers that we're talking? This is what drives me nuts. Mm-hmm. The fact that everybody, there's levers. No, there are not levers to pull. Well, you pull Ed Oliver.
Isn't Greg Rousseau getting a huge contract? No, his cap is only $11 million this season. That's it. Who else? Khalil Shakir just got a contract extension. What about his contract? His cap hit this season is $6.7 million.
Which saves you. That's what it saves you. That's the point of this.
It gives you a dead cap hit of $26 million.
See that? Those are the levers. The only lever that we have year in and year out is Mr. 17. And they built that contract correctly because he still gets his money. He's not getting screwed, but you can massage it. Now, I think there's a year in the future where his cap is like $80-something million. I believe that's coming soon.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, so what that's going to do is he's going to be on the team until he's like 40-something, and he's not even going to play anymore. He's going to have like 3 kids. He's going to have a house up in the hills and just chilling. Like, I'm still on the payroll. Bobby Bonilla. But what is it? Oh, there was a comment here I had to read. It was hilarious because I thought about it. I roll up. He said, "What if we bring Diggs back and he chokes Brady for calling bubble screens?" It's a win-win.
Right.
It's a win-win.
Right.
The first coach ever to go on IR.
That's it. Brady's officially gone at that point because how can you come back?
Fingerprints again, that you can't do it.
That's it. And we got a roster spot that opens up too. That 1-year deal is off the books. That's a win-win.
We got 3 calls. I don't know if they're all there or what.
Oh, shoot. Okay. Sorry. Let's get them all in here. All right. So we got 2 people waiting. Let's get to the first person here.
I'm in there.
Yeah, you in here.
Yeah, you in there, bro.
What's up?
Yo.
I got to take Alpha off, though, because you're not a member. What's going on,
That's
man?
hating. Hey, that's hating too, nigga. That's some hating ass shit.
You get Kermit, my dude.
Yo, what's up?
What up?
Why everybody so focused on the offensive side of the ball, man?
Because we have no indications right now of anybody that they have interest in defensively.
I can tell you
One question for y'all.
Yo, what's up?
Why did we lose to the Denver Broncos last year in the playoff?
I was going to see that's the answer I was going to give you before you went to the second question. Why are we not focused on defense? Because we've seen Jim Leonard, and we know Jim Leonard can do it.
Yeah,
we know he can do it. And Monday.
Yeah, but everybody be so focused on offense. Like, we gave up 14 points when 2 of our secondary players went down last year. Like, they got 2 touchdowns out of that.
Right, and you just said it right there. 2 of our secondary players went down. The guys that gave it the points are not going to play. Darnell Savage and Dane Jackson. They're not even on the team right now. So
our offense played like shit that game. We still could have won it.
Right. But
I don't get it. Like, everybody's so focused on receivers and this guy and bring his guy for Josh. Like,
well, this is why
we need defensive players. We got to get stops, man.
Well, this is why, because we have a seated head coach that was contributing to the demise of us in Denver. But we have a guy that came into Buffalo who is one of the hottest minds on defense. So we're just going to wait for him to do what he does. We trust that he's going to do something. And we know the draft is going to be heavily hit on defense. So right now we're talking about offense because we're the wide receiver we just signed is a position that we've been crying for the last 365 days.
Here's the other part of that too.
Where is Jim Leonard from? Where did he come from?
He came from Denver.
From Denver. Yeah. The team.
The team that just beat us?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With that defense.
Oh, okay.
And previous, huh?
Oh God! Wow.
Previous to that, it was Wisconsin, college Wisconsin. So what I like about that is he's proven that he can build a defense with players that are not seeded, players that he doesn't have for more than 2-3 years. With the transfer portal, with the draft, with graduation rates, he doesn't have time to sit and wait and let guys develop. He does it now. So if he brings somebody in, if he, when we draft guys, he knows he's on the clock. So that's why I'm like defense. I'm willing to wait because I feel like he's shown so far that he can do it.
Yeah. The other part.
And why y'all ain't tell Dorothy to say pause after she said Diggs and he could catch the balls? I was in here crying. I spit my chicken out my mouth.
We trying not to get canceled, bro. We trying not to get canceled. We say it after she go.
I was like, they ain't no good, bro. They ain't say nothing. They just sitting
right.
Well, we knew somebody was gonna catch it. As long as it wasn't us, we all right. We'll go with it.
All right, man. That's all. Hey, man. Good looking, man. I just wanted to call and mess with y'all for a minute.
No, we'll talk to you. We'll talk to you on Monday.
I'm going.
Sure.
Thanks for the call.
All right, we got another phone call here. Thank you for waiting. You're on Post Voting Podcast. Who we talking to?
It's Nico.
Nico! It's like Cheers now.
Guys?
Right.
Norm!
It's cracking, man. I love this show so far, so good, but you guys had a horrible start, in my opinion.
A horrible start? Okay, I'm interested.
Okay. I've heard, and Keith did a great job of being optimistic. He put his 2 cents in, which was really good. I've read and I've listened to people's, concerns about the trade regarding the compensation, regarding the guaranteed money. That's all fine and dandy, and I respect it. Everybody has their own opinion. They can love it or hate it, however they want to do it. My question to you is, do you guys remember that play that Diggs dropped on that long ball in that Chiefs game? Do you guys remember also the play where Kincaid dropped the ball? Do you also remember the play, obviously, of last year when Brandon Cooks dropped the ball, got it intercepted? Does DJ Moore make any of those catches?
I'm sure he probably does. I'm sure especially the Diggs one. But the thing is,
let's
go ahead. What you gonna say?
I want to get to his catch rate because last season, where is it? All right, so his catch percentage last season was 58.8, and it's very well documented that he was not happy with the team last season.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of ways, his catch percentage shows his malcontent with the team.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, his catch rate, his first 2 seasons in Chicago, 70.6 and 70. All right, now that looks good. That looks good.
Right.
However,
Right.
Every season in Carolina before that, 67, 64. His last 3 seasons in Carolina, 55, 57, 53. So, you could contend that there's too much up and down in his career to really say definitively he can be that guy. You'd have to see it because he's only scored, 8 more than 6 touchdowns twice in his entire career, and that was his last season in Carolina and his first season under Matt Eberflus playing with Justin Fields, where there was no other receiver that they had that could do anything in that offense. And other than that, he's 6 touchdowns, 4 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns. Like, so much of his career has been, up in the air of unsurety.
Yeah, very. I mean, he's carried some variance. I get it. We all, and not all receivers, are gonna have a high catch percentage and stuff all the time. There's gonna be variances between, and it all comes down to who's throwing you the ball, and where their accuracy is where it's supposed to be. But
would you say really quick? Would you say who's a better quarterback, Sam Darnold or Caleb Williams?
Which Caleb Williams? Are we talking about rookie or now?
Either.
I'm taking Sam.
You're taking just overall. You're taking Sam Darnold over Caleb Williams.
As far as just the throwing him the ball, yes.
Throwing who the ball?
DJ. Because that's what we were talking about, right?
No. So I'm not even. My point is, Caleb Williams is. He came in the league with a much higher pedigree than Sam Darnold did. He was drafted number 1 overall. And I think everybody could agree that, his first season in the NFL, he didn't he had a young Roma Dunze who was just learning the league. He had DJ Moore, of course, but DJ Moore, as we've seen, is not a true number 1. He's a good receiver. He's probably more of a 1B. And on top of that, he was playing under Matt Eberflus, a more, traditional-minded, conservative style head coach. And the guy who is throwing him the ball at that time is Caleb Williams, and he's not producing. And he had, better production under Sam Darnold, and Sam Darnold goes and wins the Super Bowl. But I don't think very many people would say that Caleb Williams is not a better quarterback than Sam Darnold. So my contention would be, okay, who's his quarterback? Well, when he was playing with the guy who at the time would have been considered a bad quarterback because it was his 3rd team in 3 years, and on top of that, the team that got rid of him in the first place was the Jets, who drafted him. And then he goes and plays with Caleb Williams, who was supposed to be better, and he has worse numbers. Like, he only played with Caleb 2 seasons. He played with Sam Darnold for 2 seasons. He had 1,000 yards both seasons. in 2020. Yeah, 2020 and 2021. So, that's why I try to just like I'm only talking about the receivers, because when you get into the quarterback conversation, it's kind of it's a hole in that argument.
Oh yeah, and I totally get it. What I was just trying to get to my point with all the catches descriptions was we've always liked that receiver that go-to receiver when it's 4th and 8, when it's 4th and 10, when it's 3rd and 12, that we can depend on, that he's going to get open and Josh is going to find him. We've lacked that.
Yeah.
And that's why, and like you said, he makes this, he may have not have been our preference for wide receiver that Breen should have got and went after with so many out there. But then, like you said, he makes this wide receiver room better. And at the end of the day, isn't that all what we've been asking? Getting this wide receiver better?
Yeah.
Not making it worse?
Yeah.
We could have, he could have gone a lot worse. We all know that.
Yeah. Yeah. But let me ask you this. Is who would you prefer at this specific time? Would you rather have Jalen Waddle at 27, or would you rather have DJ Moore at 29?
I obviously the younger, 27.
And on top of that, I mean, this is a guy who pretty much so Jalen Waddle missed a couple of games. I'm sorry, no, he started every game in 2025. 64 catches, 910 yards, 6 touchdowns. Like that's with 64 catches. He had a bunch of targets. He played with Tua, of all people. His first 3 seasons in the NFL, 1,015 yards, 1,356 yards, 1,014 yards. I mean, he for the 2 seasons that he didn't play 16 games, he missed a total of was it 2 in that season and 3 in that. So he missed a total of 5 games between 2023 and 2024. I'm sorry, 6 games. He missed 1 game in 2021. So it's not even a he can't stay on the field type of deal. He's missed 6 games in the span of 5 years. And 3, I mean, if you want to completely negate last year because he only had 910 yards, majority of the seasons he's been in the NFL, he's had over 1,000 yards. Whereas DJ Moore has half of his seasons with 1,000 yards. Jalen Waddle also has a 1,300-yard season to match DJ Moore's 1,300-yard season. That year, Jalen Waddle played every game, 117 targets, 75 catches. He did it in 75 catches. He got 1,300 yards, right? DJ Moore did it with how many catches? 96. So my point in bringing that up is, was it the best option? No. Is it a good option? Yes. I'm with you, but I'm looking at all of these opportunities, and the reason I had Jalen Waddle's stats readily available because I was trying to make that point. Somebody else brought up, well, what if this is? I'm sorry, not what if this is the guy they wanted. Somebody said earlier in the chat, you can't just trade for whoever you want. Well, we tried trading for Jalen Waddle last season, so he was out there and available for trade. The Dolphins were willing to give him to us, just not for the pick that we wanted to give up.
Yeah, the Dolphins were playing that game. The Bills should have played with Kansas City when we gave him Worthy. And Nico, you had me scared. I thought you're gonna go when you start naming catches that were dropped. You said Diggs, you said Kincaid. I thought he was gonna go back to Lee Evans. I thought he was gonna go back to Ronnie Harmon.
No.
I'm like, oh God, is he
No.
gonna... Where we going? No, but I'm just joking.
I'm just gonna go stick to the last 3 because obviously it's the ones that are freshest in our minds.
Yeah. No, I'm just joking. I'm just messing with you. But no,
No, you're good. You're good.
I hear you. No, who was Foster? We have not ignored you. Foster's a Bears fan, said that DJ Moore is going to be one of the best things that happened to us with Josh Allen, and I'm interested in seeing what he does because I know the skill set that he possesses is something that we haven't seen since Diggs. And to your point, I actually like the fact that it took him 98 catches to get 1,013 or whatever it was, because that means he was a volume guy.
More work, yeah.
Yeah, and I like volume guy. I see a lot of guys love the Dorothy, the long shot. I'm not saying it. Loves the long shot. But, you know, and I'd be a hypocrite if I came here and said, yo, I'd rather have Waddle than DJ Moore, because I always said, I want the guy that does work. I want the guy that gets me, 7-8 catches a game, that moves the chains on a consistent basis. And that's what I think DJ Moore and his skill set does. From what I've seen, obviously, I don't watch every team that's not the Bills. I don't watch any team that's not the Bills. But, yeah. See, that's the thing, and so what I do is I rely on the numbers for the people that I don't really know that much of, or guys that just came out of college. I saw them, but once they go to the pros, I kind of lose track of them. But DJ Moore is that kind of player that reminiscent of what we're missing. He is that silhouette that we're trying to get a face on. And I would like to do what Bean has not done and build upon that. We got DJ Moore. What do you do now that you got DJ Moore? Do you get another DJ Moore in waiting? Yeah. And that's why I said earlier, you still draft somebody later and develop them. A Chris Bell. I don't think he's going to fall far enough that the ACL is going to, allow him to fall to us in the 3rd or 4th round. But if he did, you got to think about that kind of thing.
And here's an add-on. Okay. What I want to hear your thoughts on it. Alec Pierce. If he's commanding, if he signs a $24-23 million deal, would this make DJ Moore trade a little worse, or is it just not? It's not going to play a factor.
I'm sorry, you're saying if Alec Pierce ends up coming here?
No, commanding 22, but somebody pays him.
Oh, if somebody,
if it's a similar contract.
So instead of us waiting for Alec Pierce to get Alec Pierce in the free agency, and then we did this one, but come to find out, Alec Pierce only got paid $22 million for however years. Would this trade, in your eyes, make it look worse, or are you hoping that Alec Pierce gets paid above 28?
I think the numbers are very deceptive for Alec Pierce. To be quite honest, I see a little bit of fool's gold there.
Okay.
I'm not able to give you another name of a guy that I think is like Alec Pierce in that sense, to kind of give you an idea of what I'm envisioning. But when you look at the yards per target, and I know we got to get out of here. You got like 1 minute. When you look at the yards per target. And you look at his route tree and what he was being asked to do, he fits a downfield system. He fits what we would be doing here under Joe Brady, and I'm just going based off of what we've seen Joe Brady do in the past offensive, with the offensive scheme. But the one thing that I don't like about Alec Pierce is he had every opportunity in that wide receiver room to step up and be the number one guy. I mean, think about where Michael Pittman has been the entire time. Michael Pittman took a back seat to everybody this past season. Mm-hmm. And Alec Pierce ended up stepping up to be the top receiver there, but his numbers didn't really jump out from a yardage standpoint, a production standpoint. The only thing that people really talk about is his depth of target. Mm-hmm. He's a downfield receiver. He's a fast guy. He's big. I think he's like 6'3", mm-hmm. And that all sounds great, but he's never been in a position where it's had to be him, not even in college. So my worry is that a team gives him the bag and he goes there and he's expected to be the guy, and all of this is completely new for him. Now, if he's playing with a guy like Josh, I think it's going to be a very similar situation in terms of, DJ Moore's production and what we could see from Alec Pierce. However, I think Alec Pierce is probably going to get paid a little more than DJ Moore is going to get paid, especially this season, mm-hmm. Which is unfortunate because it's going to be hard to produce at a level that matches that number.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a great show. Kevin, I'm not going to really comment, but I wish you were right that Chris Bell drops to the 5th, because if he does, I am going to moonwalk, tap dance, and slow stroll right over to there. But before I do that, we've been talking about a lot of passovers, we've been talking about a lot of releases, but let's release ourselves some inhibitions and head over to Reed's Tea.
Thank you, Nico.
Get yourself the Reese tea. Get yourself a case. Get yourself an individual. Don't do one or the other. Do both. Because at this point in time, we've been talking for a long time. Long time. Get yourself a sample of the product because what we're going to do, we're still going to talk about that Reese Nog, right, Damaris? Anyway, the Reese Nog is going to be delicious. It's going to be refreshing.
Nog.
And it's going to be healthy as well because there'll probably be 5 ingredients. I don't know, maybe milk. I can't drink it, but it's fine. You guys can, Damaris.
Isn't there eggs in there somewhere too or something?
I can
like
have
that?
eggs.
You can?
I can have eggs.
Okay. All right. I mean in the Nog. Yeah, like
The Nog, yeah,
typical
egg
eggnog. Ain't
is-
there eggs in there
Yeah, it's
somewhere?
going to be eggs in there somewhere. So
Okay.
that might be the 6th ingredient. You're right.
Okay,
You're right.
all
I
right.
am a fool. Put
not
that
what I was
Reese
saying,
tea.
man.
Get over to the Reese tea. Get yourself a case. Make Delta Sonic. Make Wegmans. Make whoever you get your. Make the distributor say, why does this guy got so many cases? Sir, come here. Can I try one? Say, nah, my brother, you got to get your own. Because there's more in the back. Reese tea. Don't just tell them at Reese tea who sent you. Tell the distributors who sent you. Tell them put PPP on the map. And we love you for it.
I appreciate that, bro. Thank you very much. If you have not done so already, those thumbs, this is a live show, so the thumbs is what matters here. If you haven't done it already, please give us that thumb. Here we go. All right. Thank you to everybody who tuned in with us. Thank you to all of our callers. We love taking calls. It's a very different dynamic to the show that we haven't been able to enjoy until now. I want to thank Dan again for putting the system together that allows us to do that, and to you for having the courage and the strength to call in and give us your opinion and defy the odds of the Post Podium Podcast universe, and argue with us and put us on blast and Vu calling us out every 3 seconds for everything that we do wrong. Thank you very much for all that. And Roy's another one that loves doing that. Surprisingly, Spin didn't do that much today.
He didn't. I don't think he was here.
No, he was.
Oh,
he
was
was.
he here?
Yeah,
Oh.
Spin was in there. I was like, wow, okay. He just came in, made a point. It wasn't bad.
Oh.
So listen, thank you again to everybody. If you have not done so already, give us a like. All right, that is for us. That is the one way that you can support us. That is the most unselfish thing that you could possibly do to help us. If you want to do something that helps you as well, you can hit that subscribe button, okay? That is what puts us on your homepage, saves you a little bit of time so you ain't got to search for us. We're right there as soon as you open up YouTube, all right? The one thing that you can do that is solely for you, if you're the selfish type, only child, don't want things to go your way, if you're a Taurus and you have to have things go your way.
What are we doing, huh? All right, zodiac signs.
Oh my gosh. Hit that bell, make that thing
Lang-a-lang-a-lang.
so that you can get notifications when we send notifications. Like, we are going to be doing some moving around with the shows that we've done last season. Certain things are the format's going to be changing in certain ways. That's all coming up very soon. Probably going to announce that next Friday's show. And of course, the announcement of the upgrade in our technology. Thanks to all of your support, we have we've got one of those TVs that you can do the touchscreen stuff with. So once we start doing our film review show, it's gonna be just like ESPN up in here, baby. We're gonna carry the camera right over to the spot. We're gonna be touching, making circles, doing the lines and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be great. But again, we wouldn't have been able to do that without you. And hopefully this upgrade in technology gives you an upgrade in content. With that being said, thank you so very much to everybody who tuned in today. This has been the Post Podium Podcast, home of the All Truth, No Sodium Takes. For our producer, Smitty on the ones and twos.
If I don't get fired today, Monday, I don't work. So I'll be here for whatever you want to do. Nico, you weren't the problem. It's me. It's just me. This show is hot fire. What are the 5 best Post Podium Podcast moments? You put them in the comments. 5 best podcasts of Buffalo Bills. Post Podium Podcast, Post Podium Podcast, Post Podium Podcast, Post Podium Podcast, Post Podium Podcast. Woo! We out, folks.
All right, y'all have a great night.